Hey everybody, welcome to a new video, welcome to the channel. And so today is the big day, Nvidia earnings. So they released them around 4 p.m. today, and there's a earnings call already kicked off around 5 p.m. And it's trading down a little bit. I wasn't betting the farm. I kind of was expecting it to not really take off today, and but it's only down around $5. People are still taking in their earnings. There's just getting in these earnings. Basically, they were saying that the data center missed forecasts. There's some data, the data center they're missing. But as far as the Blackwell demand is really off the charts. So before, like last quarter, there's kind of some questions on the Blackwell demand, and since it was so new and everything like that, so that's good to see that that's taking off and the demand is out of the park. But then they're kind of forecasting misses in the data center. Um, yeah, I don't know, haven't read much into that, but looking into the numbers, Q2 data center revenue topped. Looks it's like 41 billion, and analysts were expecting 41.3 and some change. So it's almost on par there. And then according to the data, this is basically from Bloomberg. They're saying that from the experts there, the segment revenue was 26 billion for the prior year, and so I guess they get a lot from that. From They didn't include the sales from low powered H2O chips. So overall, with all that said, the video, it looks like they noted that approximately 50% of the data revenue came from large cloud service providers. So they're getting more from the cloud. So that's kind of odd there. I don't know. So that's the cloud is working well there, but their revenue, it's like a staircase compared to 2004. It was almost at 10 billion in quarter two, almost 5 in quarter one. And so from 10 billion revenue all the way up to 45 billion right now. It's just crazy. The last 2 years, it just really been, the revenue is just growing so fast. So yeah, just these numbers they're crazy compared to whatever any other companies is doing. It's like almost a country in revenue here, but a small country. But the earnings per share were 105, revenue of 46 billion. Gotta have some tea. But yeah, analysts were expecting 101 and revenue of 46 billion, some change. And so they beat in it, but they're kind of in line. It looks like it. Adjusted revenue was 88 cents. Yeah, don't quote me here. I'm just looking at this really quick, but look as well. Go online and check these numbers itself. But everything looks good. They're but the shares are up to date. The share price has gone up so much, but the kind of they have to do everything perfect to get away with these numbers, which is crazy. Which they're in line. They're almost in line with what the analysts are expecting. They barely beat in a way, but I guess CNBC, those expert over there, they're saying like they beat by 50%, 55%. And but now I guess with the earnings call, the stock is kind of coming back from down 6 to down 4, which is good. And so we'll see what happens. But yeah, we got Nvidia is Nvidia, so I really won't worry about it that much. It's going to be a winner for the long term, and how much money they're making off AI and everything like that. So I don't think you lose here, but just be cautious with everything. I was thinking about going and buying, but I just like before the earnings, it's not a wise decision, so I usually never do. So what's the point? And just see what happens. Kind of those days in the video, it seems like where it's gonna jump a ton after earnings are kind of done. It looks like so you just have to be patient with Nvidia going forward. It's just my take here, my opinion. Not a stock advisor or anything like that. I hope you guys like this channel and subscribe. And just the more you guys out there listening in, the more videos, better videos I can make. But today it's starting to cool off finally. Where it seems like we're getting close to September, so it's finally cooling off. I'm drinking my tea and it's a little stevia. Even with the hot weather, I just had to have some tea today. I'm just running out of coffee, creamer, and stuff like that. It happens, but yeah, let's see what happens. So it is coming back, and let's all check out the earnings call. I always do that with the main stocks that I'm playing, like Palantir, Nvidia, Meta, Tesla. Those four, I always listen to the call. So if you can't, just listen to the call, and if you can, listen to the call and see how really what's going on with the company. Yeah, it is coming back. It's at coming back to 3, down 3. So I think as everybody takes those numbers in, it's gonna do a lot better for the stock. And just year to date, it did have some bad times in the beginning of the year. It kind of went down, but since April, I think it was April 22nd, looks like it was a low, or even, yeah, April 4th was a low. But since then, it's just been a steady upward incline. And I really think that's what can happen. We would all love to break off and go crazy again, but if you see what's the last 5 years, it's been off the chart. But if you look like the max history of it, it's just crazy. But you got to forget all that stuff and just look at the numbers and what the company's doing with those numbers, and how much revenue and how much AI is playing into that. I think like I'm saying, with the whole market and AI, it's such in the beginning phases of, you see a lot of developer tools using AI, Chat GPT 5, incorporating that in. And those companies, even the smaller companies, haven't really started using AI as much. They haven't incorporated as much, but they will. And then that's going to even help Nvidia even more build on the revenue going forward, I think so. So it's going to help Nvidia, Palantir, Meta. I think Meta and Google are doing something with AI. So it's just across the board. I think we're still in the infancy phases. I don't really believe that this is in a bubble right now or anything like that. I'm better at forecasting AI than I am with these bank stocks, but it's yeah, you got to look at the revenue that they're doing and everything like that, and then go from there. But let's see what happens tomorrow. Like I kind of expected, it was kind of a nothing day. That's why I didn't jump in to buy and think I'm gonna have run, or I didn't really think it was gonna drop that much. So it's kind of a nothing day. So maybe just put it on the background and watch it tonight and see what happens. But yeah, let's see what happens tomorrow. No, if there's anything else, yeah, they're saying that the data set revenue surged, but then that's why it's down. That doesn't make sense really. But I think it's just because they were in line, it seemed like to me. And they're always, the market's always expecting Nvidia to hit it out of the park, and when it's kind of like even Steven, the market doesn't like that. They want them to be consistency, like just instead of 1 billion or $1 earnings per share, they want 2, or that's how these analysts are. They or whatever, just throwing numbers out. Instead of 40 billion, they want 50 billion, and it's just their expectations are just crazy, out of line of what to expect. I think they're doing well, and I think they'll continue to do well. But yeah, thanks for watching. Again, I'm not an advisor or anything like that. It's just my opinion here tonight on the video. I just want to finally get that in for you guys and talk a little bit about Nvidia, what they did for earnings. But if you like this video, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one pretty soon. All right, and later.